Alright guys, so I checked out Insidious The Last Key. Not really a movie I was excited for at all. But I only saw it because a few friends were going to go see it and they invited me, so I was like, why not? I just might as well get over with it. Plus, I got Movie Pass, and if it does suck, um, Movie Pass paid for it, so it's not a big deal. It would just be the time that I would be wasting. And this movie, I'm kind of mixed on this movie. So Insidious: The Last Key, it's a prequel to the first Insidious movie, but it's a sequel to Insidious Chapter 3. I know the chronological orders of these movies are kind of confusing since the way they were released, you might think that this is that Chapter 3 was a continuation of Chapter 2, but it's not. Let me just give you guys the orders to refresh your guys' mind. It goes Insidious Chapter 3, then Insidious The Last Key, then Insidious Chapter 1, then Insidious Chapter 2. So that's the chronological order. But I'm just kind of sick of these prequels. I just rather see a continuation from Chapter 2. This movie revolves around Elise, who is Lin Shaye's character, and basically what we learn from this movie is that she had a very bad childhood, and especially after her mom died, she just has been domestically abused by her dad, along with her brother, along right next to him. And so she definitely does not have good memories from when she was a child. And then she gets a phone call saying that there is basically like a demon in this house, and that house appears to be Elise's old childhood house. So she has to go back to that house and basically kind of stop the demon that was set free a few years ago when she was a little kid. Just like she has always been in these Insidious movies, Lin Shaye is pretty good in the role she's in. Again, basically this whole story revolves around her character, which really made me care for her character throughout the movie. But every other character in the movie, I didn't care for them all that much. Don't really have enough details to care about all the other characters in this movie except for Lin Shaye. There are two investigators that kind of help Elise throughout the movie, and they just come off as annoying and cringeworthy. This movie just spends so much time on the main character, Elise, that it just doesn't give enough time or enough room to basically kind of tell you, hey, here are all the other characters in this movie, and you should probably care for them as well. The story for this movie, it's fine for the most part, but it just really feels repetitive because it feels like every other Insidious movie has the same outcome as The Last Key had, which makes the movie feel so uninspired. The writing is also fine. It's not bad, but it's not good. Now, in these Insidious movies, I always liked the horror element to these movies. Out of all the Insidious movies, this is probably my least favorite of how it handles the horror. But, the horror, it's okay. It's not that bad. For what it is, the PG-13 horror element, it's kind of entertaining. The jump scares do seem to work, but this movie is just only filled of jump scares like every other, modern horror movie. Now, I think this should have done the same thing that It did. If you go back to my It review, I mentioned how that movie doesn't really always focus on just jump scares. It focuses on creepy imagery to kind of scare the audience as well. Um, Insidious is not like that. It just mainly relies on jump scares. But judging on what we got, the jump scares are kind of unpredictable sometimes, and they work. So this movie, it's really entertaining when it comes to jump scares, I'll say that. The humor, I did not like the humor in this movie. I just didn't find the humor really all that funny at all in this movie. Probably the most I got out of the humor was just a chuckle. Probably that's all. But it mainly because of the two paranormal ghost hunter people who they throughout the movie they're just trying to flirt with about like girls that are like probably like 18, and they're probably like twice their age, which it kind of makes them look like perverts, and it's just kind of creepy humor sometimes. Yeah, a lot of the humor comes from them, and again, they just come off as annoying. But overall, the good outweighs the bad. Um, for what it is, it's entertaining. It's just the weakest out of the four Insidious movies. Um, it's just a tiring franchise already. They just kind of keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Just let it rest. either continue from chapter 2 or just don't bother with this franchise anymore. But I think this is a movie that you should probably just wait for Redbox or Netflix, and I'm gonna give Insidious: The Last Key a C. This movie's kind of forgettable. I'm not sure if I'm gonna remember this movie by the end of the month. But if there was a word to describe this movie, it would be fine. That's the word that I would just describe this movie with. But anyways, Insidious: The Last Key. Have you guys seen it? If you guys seen it, what did you guys think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below. What do you think of the Insidious franchise? Personally, I like the first one. I think the second one's okay, and I like the third one. And now I think that The Last Key is fine. Again, just the weakest out of the four. But anyways, if you guys seen them, what do you guys think about them? Tell me in the comment section down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.